Yeah.
He's high. All right, so after the DNCE, you went to a Snoop Dogg concert.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg played an after party for the DNC, so I was just bumping to Snoop literally within an hour and a half now. In Philadelphia.
So he got into a car and drove to the station in Tribeca, and here we go. So this is what we're dealing with today.
And this is the good part of the day.
And it is. You're with us.
That's the good part.
As you know, Beyonce is going to be at MetLife Stadium September 7th. I want to give you tickets for that and a Z$100 bill if you're calling 1-800-242-0100. Look at that. I seamlessly
do it. You must do this a lot.
I do.
I'm too busy going to concerts.
So we announced Elsie Fest 2016 with Darren on Monday. Now we have him here live to talk about it. What is Elsie Fest, you ask?
Well, Elvis, Duran, I'll tell you what Elsie Fest is. It's a music festival that started last year here in New York City, and we're doing it again for its second round. It features a lot of Broadway and pop culture kind of crossover folks that are celebrating songs and stars of the stage and screen. So we have Megan Hilty headlining, from Smash. We have Titus Burgess from Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. A lot of big Tony names and a lot of big Broadway stars and people that were just going to make a killer show. But the fun part is it's not like a regular Broadway show where you're sitting around on a velvet seat in a closed room.
You don't have a chandelier above you, like
no,
through,
just
or a guy with half of his face covered.
Unfortunately not. Maybe soon, eventually. We just got an open sky and a beautiful day by the beach in Coney Island, and we got some food trucks and some beers.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah. Bring a little bit of rock and roll to the
Okay, let me inject a little Elvis into your Elsie Fest.
Do it.
If you know what I'm saying. We were invited to go to Elsie Fest last year, and we're like, okay, well, I know it's an all-day affair, but we had some things to do. We had brunch.
Brunch plans.
Brunch. Oh, that's a special day.
Let's go drop by. Elsie Fest and see what it's all about. We went in. We could barely get in because it was packed. It was sold out. And these people had been there all day for this entire day-long Elsie Fest event. So we sat down in our very, very fantastic seats and got totally sucked into this incredible show. The energy was incredible, not only because of our favorite performers from the stage and screen, but also because the energy of the people who were there were all lovers of every one of these performers because they know every show.
Absolutely.
They know every actor and actress.
And what's so great is that a lot of those folks haven't had a chance to kind of rock out as hard as they've gotten to, because when they see, Aaron Tveit, I know from Grease Live this past year.
Yes.
When he performed, he's done a lot of great Broadway stuff. He's a TV star. He's all over the place. But when people see him in concert, it's the decorum is very, okay, everybody hush, and let's keep this really polite, where they get to scream and sing along and be rowdy. That's what Elsie Fest. Elsie Fest.
It was incredible. It was amazing. And after it was over, I just went over and I licked Darren's face and thanked him for the most incredible way. So Elsie Fest this year, Labor Day Monday, Coney Island. You got to be there. Ticket information, real quick. Tell me how to get in.
Well, the pre-sale just went up, but tickets go on sale. I think they're up. It's 10 o'clock today. Oh my God, is it really Friday? 10 o'clock today, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Ticketmaster.com. Elsie Fest.
Ticketmaster.com. Elsie Fest. Get your tickets. Get all your friends to go. You're going to.
And I'm playing, for God's sake. Come on and see me. If anything else.
That's the thing about Darren Criss's Elsie Fest. He puts this incredible show together and then he performs. It's like me planning my own surprise birthday party. Hi, Darren Criss.
Hi, man.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm here. Good morning. I'm here.
Darren Criss, as we told you a little earlier, went to the DNCE last night in Philadelphia.
DNC.
The DNCE, the Cake by the Ocean. Was it?
All we're eating cake on the ocean.
By the Delaware River. And then he went to a Snoop Dogg concert. Then he drove over to join us here in downtown Manhattan for the show. Oh, you took the train. Oh.
Yes.
And you sang at the DNC the night before?
We did, yeah. A whole bunch of Broadway kids went out and we did this thing called From Broadway with Love. It was a song that we recorded on behalf of the victims and the families of the Orlando shooting, and we did Burt Bacharach's What the World Needs Now is Love, Sweet Love. I thought it was actually a really lovely moment. I thought it was going to be really cheesy, but it was pretty
No, it was one of the best cheeses.
Thank you.
There was good cheese and bad cheese.
It was like a nice Gruyere.
But let me tell you what Darren's doing. Darren's living the life. Darren Criss is living the life we should all be trying to live. So he went to a political convention, went to a Snoop Dogg concert, got on a train, came to the Elvis Duran show to talk about Elsie Fest. Now he's going to catch a plane, right?
Because I got to be at work at 3:30 in LA.
And then tonight, I believe he's going to see.
I got tickets to my friends to go see Chorus Line at the Hollywood.
A Chorus Line at the Hollywood Bowl. I mean, his life is so full of music and action and lights and the stage. I mean,
Life's too short, man.
and you're making it shorter because you're not sleeping.
Well, at least
that's
I'm
good.
Time while I'm here.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, man.
I wanna
I'm
go
pretty
do
proud
that.
of myself. Today's a good day.
Yeah.
I have no humble thoughts on this. I will just accept and be like, yes, I rule today.
Elsie Fest, if you missed, the tickets go on sale for everyone at 10 o'clock this morning, East Coast time, Ticketmaster.com. If you're not available for Elsie Fest, Coney Island, on the beach, Labor Day Monday, make yourself available.
Please do. It's going to be a blast.
Absolutely. Okay, so we were hoping that we could perform today.
Uh-oh.
And I wanted
That
to do...
was my fake surprise voice. Was that good?
No, that's terrible.
I wanted to do a love song with Darren. And I was told, maybe that would be uncomfortable for most people. Why can't I do a love song, a duet with Darren?
Did you watch Glee?
I don't think he even knows what that is.
Of course I did. But doing a love song with me would be a whole different experience. It would take your acting ability
Let's
to
be
a new
real.
level.
It's every man's wildest fantasy.
It really is.
Real understand.
At least most football teams.
Driving to work every morning goes, God, this is the voice of a man. I want to sing a love song.
I know. I bring that out in all beasts.
Yep.
But I was told today that you were going to be performing with Danielle. So I will acquiesce. I will scoot to the back of the room and listen to the performance.
No, you can.
No, did you guys rehearse?
No.
Not at all. I barely know this song.
Which one are we doing?
You're doing a whole new world, aren't you?
We could do that one.
Yeah. Okay, we're doing that one.
Well, you know that one, don't
Yeah,
you?
I know that
Don't you know
one.
that one?
Yeah.
Sure, of course know that. We sang that last year at Elsie Fest.
Sure did.
With the original Princess Leia.
I
Leia
may have
Leia-
cried.
Leia Salonga. Leia Salonga is Princess Jasmine. My wires are crossed. because
Yeah.
I have not slept. and still
Sometimes we
see
get
a
our
concert.
princesses mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
she is still Princess
After a couple
Leia
of
in my
drinks,
mind.
I can't tell the difference between my princesses.
Oh, I'm sure you can.
And now, so I tell you what. Why don't you sing some of it with Darren, then I'll sing a little.
That's fine.
Are
I
you
just
okay
love
with
the
it?
idea that the track for this song, because they recorded this like 20 plus years ago.
I know.
It just sounds like it was recorded 20 plus years ago. It's so much better.
Okay,
if it was
then maybe you can
recorded
try to sound 20 years younger. Match the
I'm
track.
better when I'm singing along with the people.
Yeah, this will be the prepubescent. Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Oh, my nipples are so hard. Darren Criss and Danielle, and maybe me.
I can show you the world. This is a crazy Kate. Shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can open your eyes. People still listening on the radio?
This is
Yeah.
Take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under, on a magic carpet.
Oh yeah.
A new fantastic point of view.
Bring it home, Daddy.
No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. Take it away.
A whole new
Oh my God.
how dazzling.
No.
No.
I never knew.
But when I'm way up here,
Well done.
it's crystal clear that now I'm in a whole new world with you.
Now I'm in a whole new world with you.
Unbelievable
Oh my
sight. Indescribable. Oh my
in
God.
our
Is
defense,
this a different
track
key?
is
Soaring,
totally
tumbling,
cracked out
freewheeling.
version of
I'm gonna
the
take
movie.
over
This isn't
through
the
an
right key.
endless
This is like the
diamond
movie.
sky.
They
A
roll it during the
whole
credits.
new world.
It's meant for two guys. I love it gets
Oh, just
better.
turn it off. You know what?
No,
You
no.
guys crack
Wait,
all
but
over
this
that
is
beautiful
they did.
piece
Here's
of
the
artistry.
thing. This is not the key that the song is in. Like, where did they find
The
this?
key is in where it's at.
Yeah, but that's a hard key to sing. That's really high.
Write that down.
That was
That's
that
a
was
major
brilliant.
key alert.
Put the, if you put the original song on, we'll do it.
I can't
Okay,
help but notice the fact that this is not a new experiment. Every time we come in here, we go, let's sing a song. No, let's not. And then we do it, and it always ends in misery. And then we go, how did that happen? I really should have learned from our mistakes.
Okay, let's just split this up.
All right, Elvis, you
Oh.
do this.
Elvis.
You start. You do this, I'll do this.
I did already. It's your turn. You got
No,
to
no, no. I can show you the world. Shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart
You're gonna do
decide?
this the whole time,
Go.
aren't you? I can open your eyes.
Now stare me in the eye like I like it.
It's on the radio, you know what our hands are doing. Over, sideways, and under, on a magic carpet ride.
A whole new world. A new fantastic point of view.
Oh, God.
No one to tell us no or where to go
Let me jazz, man.
or say
Please
we're
do.
only
You got this.
dreaming.
A whole
A whole new world.
A dazzling place I never knew.
But when I'm way up here, it's crystal clear that now I'm in a whole new world with you.
Much better. Thank you.
I can't hear anymore, but
Okay, so
Dude.
every gay guy's dream. Darren Criss just sang a whole new world while staring.
I live to serve.
I won't need porn this weekend.
Aw, that's so sweet.
I love your falsetto, man.
Thanks, bro. That falsetto really helps Elvis Duran.
That's what Mom always said.
That's what Mom always said. She said, son, you keep singing that falsetto, you'll help a lonely man survive a day.
I mean, Darren, let me think about it. The alternative would be what? You would be doing what?
Just in general in life?
Yeah, what would you be doing? You would
Oh my gosh.
you'd be a professional sports guy,
don't
like a
know.
tennis player. What would
I
you
don't
be?
know. It's not a sexy, funny answer. It's just a straight up, it's going to be like, oh, I don't know, I'd be a teacher probably.
That's great though.
Yeah.
I'd like to be a teacher.
Well,
Teachers
what
are
about a music
the real
teacher?
superheroes. I would love to be a music teacher. Music teachers are always the awesomest. Even if you don't like have any musical aptitude, I think everybody had a cool music teacher at some point.
Absolutely.
Or if they didn't and they hate music and they like, thanks a lot, music teacher, you just ruined like the easiest game. Just be a fun music teacher and people can have like an appreciation the rest of their lives. So that would have been me.
Well, I guess I think all of us, Danielle and Bethany and I think we all studied the arts whilst in high
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
The thing about, and if you're in a music program, or you were when you're growing up, the thing about going to band or choir, chorus, whatever, is you had your academics where you had to study this and that, but then you got to go to this class with other people like you,
Right.
who were definitely living on this little island of make-believe sometimes.
Yeah, all
And
the time.
you got to perform, you got to learn things that were sort of just out of the scope of everyone else in that school.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
I
I
love
think
that.
all performing arts to me, I was never one of those guys that like needed to be in the performing arts for like my ego, or I never needed the attention, despite what I think a lot of people think of performers. I just always liked the community. I think it's a pretty basic community skills and what it is to build something with other people, and that's something bigger than yourself, and how to think outside of the box. I mean, all the skills that I feel like a lot of the great musicians and performers like are good at are things that serve them in the larger world. You know, like a lot of actors that just don't act anymore become like great lawyers, and a lot of people who just have these community building skills is a result of them, knowing how to kick it in the performing arts. So to me, it's all part of a much larger agenda of like life education. I will get off my soapbox.
No, that was good. We had Jordan Fisher in here this week.
Oh, the kid is so talented.
Very
Holy
talented.
smokes.
We were talking about while he was playing the part of Duty in Grease Live on TV.
Duty, just, let's be very
I love saying Duty. So he was talking about how they all got together as the community to put on Grease Live. I mean, what a production. When you have to do it live on TV, there's so many things to think about beyond doing it on a stage.
Oh, yeah.
So they worked and worked and worked and worked and worked. Then they did it. It was great. And then, boom, done. It's over.
That's it.
Only one performance. And I was wondering what it feels like to do something like that. That big buildup, and then it's done. What does it feel like when you're like coming down off of it the next day?
Well, that's what's so. I mean, those things are so specific to. Like, those are very. They're like anomalies to how theater works. Because I mean, even though a lot of those guys are theater actors, typically you don't do it like that. You have 7 more shows that week. So
right.
if you do have this high after performance, you go yes, and it kind of inspires you to do it again. Or if it sucks and you blew it, you go, oh man, good thing I'm doing it again tomorrow.
And if you do it every night, you can tweak it as you go.
You can tweak it as you go, exactly. I mean, you are totally in control on stage. I feel like, dude, those shows, the live productions, even though this nation has a new habit of hate tweeting those things, it's kind of like a fun new national pastime.
I love them.
Of love tweeting or hate tweeting, we all get together and kind of watch these things. Like those are so hard to pull off. It's crazy.
Would you ever want to do one of those?
Sure, I would love to.
They should call you. So Darren, by the way, if you're turning this on Darren Criss, we're going to get him a gig on one of these live TV.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
When you're on stage, I've seen you perform, and you are just a fantastic performer, and I'm not just whatever.
You're okay, right?
But thank you. When you're up on stage doing your thing, and I see you kind of look out there into the light, and I know you don't really see audience members because there's a lot of light on you, but you go to this place where you sound awesome, you look good, it makes sense whenever you're performing, it just looks right. What are you thinking when you're performing? Are you thinking something silly? Are you thinking
I'll tell you exactly what I'm thinking.
Where do you go?
Because I was thinking about this while I was at the DNC and how a lot of these people can rile up the crowd and get people going. I look at the performing arts is a service industry. It is a the audience is not. They think you think that they're there for you, but it's the other way around. You're there for them. And I take this back to when I was like playing bars and restaurants and stuff. Like you can play for yourself all day, and while that can be a beautiful thing, and introspective artists, it can be a wonderful thing if you want to go into that space. But if you're playing for strangers in a bar, you want to play what's going to make their day and what's going to change the way they think about the way they're eating their meal. So you have to know your audience. So for me, I'm looking around and I'm trying to gauge in whatever broad strokes I possibly can, like what's going to be the best time for these people, and that is what makes a better performance for me. It's this symbiotic thing. Like you can't just go, okay, here's what I think will be cool, because you could show up and it's a different kind of crowd, or maybe it's raining, or they're tired, or the show got delayed, so you better like put some upbeat songs up front. So I'm constantly calculating what can make this the best show possible right now for these people, because the better time they're having, the better time I will have, and the better show it will be, and the cycle just kind of goes on.
So your favorite actor or performer, actress, anything?
The people, I think
you find out the difference between what they're feeling on a stage with an audience versus in front of a camera with a crew. It's a whole different world.
It's a whole different thing, because that's what's great about having a live audience, is that we're all experiencing in real time together. I mean, all of our favorite performers, people always go, oh, she was so great. She just looked like she was having a ball, and like that's an infectious thing that like is important to see up on the stage. So
well, that's why Elsie Fest.
Yeah.
This concert event, this daytime event that Darren and his incredible family put together every year. That's why you need to go see these performers, because they're the ones who are on stage every night, or
giving 110%.
Yeah,
for nothing.
Doing these incredible, huge shows you've heard about on Broadway, off Broadway, and beyond. And now they have an opportunity to do it a little differently. With just a little band on stage, they can dress cool, and the audience is just into it. Elsie Fest is coming up Labor Day Monday, Coney Island on the beach. If you aren't even anywhere near New York, I want you to find a way to get tickets and come to New York. It's going to be a beautiful night, a whole day long. It's a whole day long and night long thing.
1 to 9 p.m. Yeah.
Go to Elsie Fest. Do a search for Elsie Fest. Go to Ticketmaster.com today and get your tickets. You've got to come out to see Elsie Fest.
Definitely check out some of these artists. I think you'll recognize a lot more than you realize. I mean, Titus Burgess, who's one of our big names there, who's from Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. The cool thing about the show is that people might recognize their face or their name, but they don't know the people themselves. So seeing them outside of a character they've been playing on Broadway or on television is like a thrilling thing.
Let's get him on the show. I would love to have him on the show.
He's incredible.
But now that you've heard Darren tell you about what it's like for them to perform for you, come to Elsie Fest and watch it happen in front of you. Excellent. We love you, Darren.
We love you guys.
Now I love you. Now that you're saying it's my own.
Yeah, we can't go back. We're there now.
Can't erase that. All right, we'll be back after this. Thank you, Darren.
Yes.